Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Universal Soul Vibrations. Don't forget, if you like the channel, like, subscribe, and share. In this video, we're going to be looking at the Libra full moon that's coming in tomorrow. And we're going to look at each element. With the Libra full moon coming in, this full moon is one about balance, harmony, and is a very relationship-focused full moon. This full moon will be calling into question how we balance our individual needs with the desires of others. Since the full moon is about climaxes and conclusions, some relationships may be moving to a new level of commitment while others may be ending. If a relationship is ending, just know that it's the right time for that to happen and try not to fight it. A good way to maximize the energy of a full moon is to write down any habits, beliefs, or relationship struggles you wish to release and then destroy the paper the list was written on. You can do this by fire, but make sure you're outside when you do this to represent the release. And then when you're all finished, return the ashes to the earth, asking for all that you released be transformed into healing. Okay, so that's a little full moon ceremony that you can do if you have an area where you can burn the ashes outside and then kind of bury them back into the earth. Alrighty, so now we're going to take a look at the individual elements to see how this Libra full moon is going to affect them. Hi everybody, this is going to be the full moon in Libra messages for earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I pulled an overall theme card for earth signs with the full moon in Libra, and the card that came out from the Shaman's Dream Oracle, which is a new deck by Colette Baron Reed, is the Stranger Curiosity card. And with this card, it's asking you not to fear the unknown. Something extraordinary is being offered to you now if you remain curious and teachable. The stranger has come to invite you to dance to new music, a new tempo, a new sensation that will add more dimension to you and what you create. As a result, this is a defining moment. Do not allow fear, thoughts of rejection, or uncertainty to hold you back. Take the risk. Okay, so this is all about not allowing fear to don't let fear impede your growth as a person. There's new things coming to you, but if you are afraid that you're going to be rejected, you're afraid that you're going to be judged and don't move forward with it, it's going to be a shame, because this really is going to be a moment which creates a lot of change for you, because they said it's a defining moment for you. And it's kind of funny because in position 1, what imbalances is the Libra full moon magnifying for earth signs? You got the fear card. When the fear card comes up, the time for courage is here. Fear is only useful if it teaches you something. You must examine whether your fears are old or new, useful or unhelpful. If there is one thing that stops people from fulfilling their dreams or even getting things done that they want done, it is fear. There's, however, a kind of antidote to fear, and it's courage. Fear will put up initial resistance to courage, but it has no real long-time power against it. While we can be fearful and courageous at the same time, we can choose to face the fear and flow through it until we fear less and eventually become fearless. So until we fear less, that's when we eventually become fearless. Okay? And it's kind of, having that courage to step up and not allowing fear to hold us back. So the imbalance is all about your fears. Your fears are your imbalances or signs. And during the Libra full moon, it's time for you to step up and take a look at those and figure out whether they're teaching you lessons or they're really hindering you. In the second position, how can the scales be brought back to balance? You got focus, and that's a great card to have in this position. With the focus card, you must focus on the task at hand right now. There is no room for a scattergun approach, okay? We can't be scatterbrained. We can't be all over the place. We can't be doing 50 million things at once. The focus card is asking you not to split your attention in too many places. So what this is saying to me is that you've kind of been doing too much with this card, and in order to get the scales back into balance, you have to cut back and really focus on one thing at a time, earth signs. In position number 3, what truth is the Libra full moon revealing that you need to communicate? And the blossoming card came up here, and you're probably saying, blossoming, it's a truth that I have to reveal? Well, with the blossoming card, it talks about, don't give up. Take no notice of what others think or say about you. Open and rise. And then there's the fear theme in this again. Fear is usually the thing that prevents us from blossoming. Fear of success, fear of change, fear of what people think of us. If you can release the useless fear and begin to enjoy your growth and eventual blossoming, it will be great. You just have to, that fear thing keeps coming up for you, earth signs. So you really, and it looks like the fear is not teaching you a lesson. So it's really time for you to figure out how you can release the fears that you have, earth signs. In position 4, how can I create sacred space for harmony to thrive and flourish? You got the surrender card. And this is a really good card to have in this position. Surrendering doesn't mean giving up or letting go. It's about, it doesn't mean giving up. It means letting go of what you no longer need. Stop being so stubborn about holding on to aspects or behaviors that don't align with who you are now. Stop struggling. Letting go and surrendering admits or exposes a vulnerability or two. We may need to admit we got it wrong, made a mistake, grew a bad habit, surrounded ourselves with people that, aren't for our best interest. So in order to create that sacred space and harmony for you to thrive and flourish, you really have to look at surrendering and admitting, surrendering all those things that maybe aren't working for us, letting go of those things. In position 5, we got what is grandmother moon's message, and you got resilience. Making mistakes builds resilience. I stand strong. Having resilience allows us the solidity and yet the freedom to grow and to take that leap to the next level. It allows us to reach higher with a stability that makes things less risky and allows us to create with a bit more pleasure. Now, if you look at the resilience card, she's been carrying a pretty heavy load on her back with lots in it. But she always bounces back, and that's what resilience is all about. Grandmother Moon here is saying, just be resilient with your life. You can bounce back. She says, remember, mistakes are simply information gathering. That's it. The less drama, guilt, and shame you attach to them, the better. Okay? So we all make mistakes in our life. Just don't dwell over them because it will hold you back. Alrighty, I pulled a oracle card from the Shaman's Dream for a overall theme for each sign in the earth sign. So Taurus, you got the lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. And this card is about past lessons and being well informed. This is a wonderful time to seek a mentor or good advice from an expert or elder. That way you will be able to meet all of life's opportunities with knowing. Because you'll have someone to help guide you along the way. You can be curious about what else is here because you kind of have the map. This is a path that promises success in all areas. Where others before you have dared to tread, you will discover the treasure that may have been left behind for you to make your own. Okay, so it's talking about things that your ancestors left behind for you that is now yours to take over. Um, or, finding a mentor or an elder that can guide you along with something that you're doing, and give you the skills so that you have the map to be able to navigate. Virgo got the joyful muse inspiration. I love this card, a little cat on it. He looks a little bit crazy, but and the joyful muse invites you to be more playful and have more joy in your life. You have become boring to yourself, even if others find you interesting. Circumstances have dulled your edge, and it's time to change. The joyful muse is a source of inspiration and often comes at a time when darkness prevails. Embrace her gifts, being playful, but not too silly. Invite the child inside you to come out and play. And that's what this card is all about, Virgo. Maybe you've been a bit too stoic, you Virgos, up inside your head a bit too much. And this card is saying, the message for this Libra full moon for Virgos is let the child inside you come out and play, basically. Capricorn, you got the opposite. You got deep quiet, meditation, and stillness. When deep quiet appears, it is a message from the cosmos calling you to stillness, to step outside the concerns of your daily life. The cosmos is inviting you to go deep, to that place where the noise stops and there is only the vast emptiness of inner space. Stop the world and enter the deep quiet before you come cranky and like too hard to deal with, and before things come crashing down to a halt. After you have said yes to this invitation, you will find that the world can get along quite well without the need to manage it. You will enjoy the freedom that comes with stillness, the clarity and spaciousness offered by silence. So I'm kind of feeling like one of the messages with this card too, Capricorn, is that you don't have to direct everything in your life. That line where it said you will enjoy the freedom that comes with stillness, and you're going to find, in the quiet, that you don't need to manage everything. The world's still going to get along without you managing it, okay? So you need to back off on the trying to direct your path, I feel like, with that message there. And the answers are deep down within you. Alrighty, so those are the messages for the earth signs for the full moon in Libra, and I hope everybody has a great day and a great rest of their weekend.